Welcome back to the Oakland Athletics franchise here for another edition of the monthly recap. We have finished the month of June and we are heading into July now. At the end of June, the Oakland Athletics are sitting at 51-25 on the season, which is first place in the AL West, and they have quite a commanding lead on pretty much every team. The Los Angeles Angels are in second place, and they're 9 games back. And then really nobody else has a chance right now, as Texas is in third place. They're 17.5 games back. And then Seattle's behind them, 19 games back, and Houston's even farther behind. So the Oakland Athletics are pretty much just dominating the AL West right now, and has a pretty commanding lead on everybody in the division. Moving on to the league leader, starting things off with the hitting side of things, Jose Miguel Fernandez is hitting .343 with a .426 OBP, 4 home runs, and 40 RBI in the season, which is first in the entire American League in batting average, which is .343, which is just raking this season. He is tied for 9th in hits with 82 of those, tied for 6th in doubles with 20, and he is 6th in OPS with a .911 OPS, which is on-base plus slugging. Chris Davis is hitting .321 with a .360 OBP, 16 bombs, and 48 ribbies. He's 3rd in the league in average, 1st in hits with 99, tied for 9th with doubles with 19, tied for 8th in home runs with 16, tied for 3rd in RBI with 49, 5th in runs with 50, and 9th in OPS with a .906 OPS. Moving on to A.J. Pollock, he is a .313 average, .385 OBP, 17 home runs and 46 RBI. He's 5th in average, tied for 6th in hits with 84, 3rd in doubles with 22, tied for 6th in home runs with 17, 6th in RBIs with 46, 2nd in runs with 52, tied for 10th in stolen bases with 11, and he's 2nd in OPS with exactly 1,000 OPS, which is through the roof. Sean Andino is hitting .295 with a .355 OBP, 7 home runs and 23 RBI. He's turned things around from his slow start, as he's really starting to come together here as a quality outfielder for this Athletics team, and he's currently tied for 6th in stolen bases with 14 of those. Moving on to the pitching side of things, Kevin Gausman is 11-2 with a 2.95 ERA. That is 1st in the American League in wins with 11, 13th in ERA with a 2.95, and he's 3rd in strikeouts with 110 of those bad boys. While J.R. Newman is 10-3 with a 2.74 ERA and a .91 WHIP. He is 2nd in wins with 10, 10th in ERA with a 2.74, and he is 6th in strikeouts with 104 of those. Sonny Gray is 9-5 with a 2.55 ERA. He's tied for 5th in wins with 9. He's 7th in ERA with a 2.55, and he's 1st in the entire American League in strikeouts with 124 Ks. Rafael Montero is 9-3 with a 3.36 ERA, 82 strikeouts and 107 innings pitched. He's tied for 5th in wins with 9. Julio Teheran is 6-3 with a 3.27 ERA. He's 10th in the American League with strikeouts with 95 Ks. Tony Watson is 3rd in the American League in saves with 27. He's got 27 saves, a 1.44 ERA, and 31.1 innings pitched so far in 2019. Well, moving on to the awards throughout the league, the award races. Cy Young right now, 1 through 3. The leader is David Price from Boston, but number 2 and number 3 are both Oakland Athletics. Kevin Gausman right now is 2nd place in the running for the Cy Young. 3rd place is J.R. Newman. Rookie of the Year, 1st place is Mark Boone, center fielder from the Minnesota Twins. 2nd place is our very own Brady Slayton, our 3rd baseman. And then 3rd place was our key trade piece in the Kevin Gausman deal, Abraham Toth. So Abraham Toth is 3rd in the Rookie of the Year, while Kevin Gausman is 2nd in the Cy Young voting, or the Cy Young race right now. Hank Aaron Award, 1st is Mike Trout from the Angels, 2nd is A.J. Pollock from the A's, and 3rd is Manny Machado from the Baltimore Orioles. When we move on to the updates side of things, Clint Robinson could find his way up into the big leagues very soon, as he's been doing quite well this entire season in AAA, and I feel like the Athletics need some guys on the bench, and possibly some guys in the platoon that could really hit. Monty Mason's really struggling this season, even though the A's are pretty much dominating everybody they play. Monty Mason is struggling quite a bit. Gerard Dyson's starting to really fall off. He's not the same player he was the past few years. He can't get on base, and really he's no use if he can't get on base, because he steals a lot of bases, and if he's not on base to steal bases, well, he's not really he's not really helping the team with like a 285 OBP, so he might get sent down. Clinton Robinson might get called up. Monty Mason might get sent down. Clinton Robinson might get called up. You never really know. But that is an option that could happen. Clinton Robinson coming up to the major leagues. Franklin Barreto is a guy who probably is going to get sent down as he's not doing the hottest right now in the major leagues. He's hitting .234 with 4 home runs and 17 RBI in the big leagues. And if he gets sent down, then the guy who would take his place would be Eric Pedroza, who is a top 50 prospect in all of baseball. I did a prospect profile on him a few episodes of that miniseries back. He's hitting .283 with 4 home runs and 26 RBI with 8 stolen bases in AAA so far. And like I mentioned, he is a top 50 prospect in all of baseball with his A potential. So if he gets called up, he'll probably play shortstop. Fernandez will play second. And Solarte will probably play like left or something because Solarte can play everywhere. And that's really helpful when you're trying to squeeze guys in the lineup because of their bats or just you want to give them chances. So having a guy like Solarte is definitely helpful to the team. But Pedroza, I would expect to see him up within the next few episodes because that's definitely going to happen. And before we wrap up this monthly recap, we have one more thing to go over, and that is the 2019 first-year entry draft. As we had a bunch of picks. We had a compensation pick because we gave Sean Doolittle the qualifying offer. He declined it, and he was signed with the Giants, so we got a compensation round pick too. And I feel like we got a pretty good player from it. So first round, our actual first round pick, I believe was 18th overall. We took Howie Jankow, or John Cow, I think it's just Jankow, a third baseman. And then in the compensation round, we took closing pitcher Jim Stanley, who is quite good. He's a B potential. Howie Jenk has an A potential. Second round, we took Alvin Bell, a center fielder, C potential. Then we took shortstop Daisuke Yamamoto, a C potential, I believe. Thomas Wada, a starting pitcher then, a B potential. And then a catcher named Rob Grady, a C potential. And then 2 C potential relievers, Joe Lacey and Miles Brito. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this June recap as the Oakland Athletics are going to be heading into the month of July, sitting at 51-25 on the season, which is 9 games in front of the Los Angeles Angels, who are in second place. So first place in the AL West of the Oakland Athletics. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.